performers to people just coming to the event ask me, do you paint faces? And I'm like, I paint my face. They were like, can you paint mine? And I always have my paint with me. I was like, sure. So at that event, I became a vendor in a sense by that. So people came to me. I adorned some of the performers, and that's how First Tribe started out with the face paint. With the jewelry, just I've always been into jewelry. I would take one piece from one item and another, and I intertwine and create my own. So I've always done that, but I've never aspired to create jewelry. The ancestors called me, and so one day I just went and bought all these beads and just started making things and bracelets. I started with bracelets and necklaces, and then one of my coworkers, we were talking one day, and I was like, I want to buy some waist beads, and she said, why would you buy waist beads when you make jewelry? And I was like, you know what, you're right. So I made my first waist bead for myself, and then she was my first customer, client. And so it just took off from there. I started posting, people started inquiring, and so I love the history of waist beads, and there's so many women that make them, but I just am hoping that they are sharing the story and the history behind it, because it is a history behind it. They're beautiful adornments, I agree, but there's a history. And it started out in like 15th century ancient Egypt. And the women mainly wore them to enhance their femininity. I think it was Ghanaians kind of put it on the map more so as tribal. Different tribes wear them for different reasons. There's rites of passage. When a girl starts her period, they adorn her. Even toddlers are adorned. It depends on the tribe. The young girls can have them on from like 14 years old, and then they can, as they get older, they have little bells on them. And when they walk through the village, the men know that they're virgins and that they're available for marriage. And once they become married and consummate the marriage, the husband cuts them off. So it just depends on the tribe. Also, they wore it for lingerie. It's beautiful. It makes you feel feminine and sexy. So it just depends on the tribe and the reason. Also, they use it for, African Americans, as the person said, we mainly use them for weight management and waist management. You'll know if you're gaining weight or if you're losing weight in this area, because when you gain weight, I'm gonna push my stomach out, the beads roll up. When you lose weight, they drop. So it's a mindfulness tool. When you're eating, it'll tell you, stop. The beads feel tight. You feel it's like it's uncomfortable. My daughter, she did the same. She did that. She ate too much, and she got in the car and it popped. She said, "Mom, it was so tight." So it's a mindfulness tool. Be very mindful of it. It helps you become mindful of how you eat, what you eat. In wearing them, it depends on you, how many you want. What are you looking for? What color you like? I have a few on that are from Ghana. This one's from Ghana. This one's from Ghana, and this one's from Ghana. These I made. I made these as well, but the beads are from Ghana. So it's just your personal preference. I have on 8 right now, and I'm thinking 12, but they're addictive to me. So I might go on a little more than 12. But a lot of people ask me, should I start with 1? Should I start with 2? Would I start with 3? Whatever calls you. Some women want to just start with 1 just to see, because it is something different that you're wearing. You might not be used to it. And being mindful, most sisters break them going to the bathroom, because when they go to the bathroom, they're rushing and they grab and pop. So always be mindful. Mindfulness tool. You pull your waist beads up before you pull anything down. So, and you can bathe with them. I do the traditional tie-on way. So once I tie them on, that's it. I burn them once I tie it. Have you set your intention while I'm burning it, and you seal in the intention. I do custom orders as well. If it's a certain stone or a certain color that you want, I can make that for you. In events, I just do strictly beads, because I don't like having stones just laying there saying, buy me, it's a calling, I feel. And so, so you just wear them. You can wear them on top of your clothes. Like if you have a black dress or something, you just feed it through. You feed it through, it's on top. No one even has to know that you have it on. Most of the time I don't show them as much, as I'm getting a little older, show them as much. But in events, it's good to see, people see, they look and see how they feel, or look to see how they lay. or just to get an idea of color schemes or whatever. So I kind of like to show them when I'm at events. So it just depends on what I'm wearing, where I'm at, if I expose them. But you don't have to. No one has to even know that you have it on but you. And a lot of women think that, I have to have a flat stomach to wear them. And you don't. This can help you get to that flat stomach if you listen to it. But you don't have to have a flat stomach for it. I adorn women of all shapes and sizes. And, it's just you. If you're comfortable and confident enough to wear it, wear it. I wish everyone would wear one and get the experience and just the feel of how it makes you feel. Even naked, it's a beautiful adornment. Like, you can just walk around the house and just like, oh. So, it's a tradition that I'm glad that it's being, it's kind of being, I feel like, it's very popular now. I'll put it that way. I don't want to say anything negative about it. It's very popular right now. And I like that. Like I said, and again, I'm just hoping that people are sharing the history behind it, because it does have a history. So, thank you. Do you have any questions?
I do have a question. What about during burial? If a woman is wearing waist beads and she transitions, traditionally, do they bury her in the beads? Very nice. Okay. And then are the intentions usually something that the other people around you know? Or is that just something, you set your own intention and then you kind of
set your own.
keep it to yourself?
I don't even want them to say it out loud. Mm-hmm. It's your intention. And so as I'm burning it, just set your intention. Whatever it is, it could be your intention for the waist bead or something else in your life. Mm-hmm. Something else that's going on. Whatever your intention is. I recently had a coworker who hers broke, and she had some things going on, and she goes, "Oh no, does that mean that my intention isn't going to come true?" And I told her, no, I don't believe that. I think, I don't know if I have the right answer. I'm going to be honest with you. But I feel, no, it's not going to be true. I don't even know what her intention was. And then she says, does that mean I'm not going to graduate? And I said, sis, if you put in the work, right, do what you got to do, you're going to graduate. Mm-hmm. But that was her intention. She was telling me. I don't know if she had any other intention, but that's what it was. So, I feel like in that situation, no. Okay.
And we speak energetically all the time about, I'm looking at your bracelets and, and then my necklace, and that sometimes energetically the beads, I don't know if they take on energy like crystals, but, like crystals will get full and they'll just shatter on you. Sure. So is it the same kind of a thing with these beads?
I believe that because I had one on one time, and I was in my parents' home in the kitchen with a dress on, nothing tight, loose, washing dishes, and it just broke. However, I did have clear quartz on them, but the work was done. So they say when they break and they have crystals on them, the work is done. I know someone like, can you restrain? No.
Yeah, no, right. Those are done. No. Okay.
I feel like so much when crystals lose their color too, because there's some stones that will totally lose their color when their work is done.
Okay. Any other questions?
I want to, at some point, do this for my daughter, the one who's supposed to come, who's not here, the one who was turning 14
she may never leave it down.
On the 14th, and who has yet to have her period. So I was thinking, rite passage, turning 14 would,
on the 14th. That's
turning 14 on the exactly.
Yes.
So I didn't know which big occasion would be better suited, or maybe on her birthday, and then again when she does start her period. But I wanted to know if there was anything specific, anything specific in terms of intention for her, if this is something I'm gifting her, or if this is something she should be cognizant of at 14 and really think of what she wants as a 14-year-old. I don't know.
I feel that you should share it with her. Because I'm pretty sure she doesn't really know. I mean, if she's seen them, she might not know the history. Share it with her, and share that you would like for her to have this as a rites of passage, as her coming of age and growing into her womanhood. Most young girls would love it. I adorned a 14-year-old recently, and the only teenager I've ever adorned, and she just started her monthly, and I was so honored, for her mom, and I was so glad that she was one of those mothers that's open to it, because a lot of women think that it's sexual. They think with their sexual mind, you know. So they think, oh, well, that's too sexy for her to wear. Her 14-year-old loves it. And I love that the mother's like, oh, she tells me, we work together. She tells me, oh, she just loves her waist beads, and she did a little photo shoot with them. So, yeah, I think that you should share it with her. And even with you telling her your intention of what, you know, you want her to wear, and that will open her mind, and I'm pretty sure she'll be okay with it.
Okay. All right, so everyone, this is Falami Mirembe, and she is a waist bead artist. And you can reach her by visiting
My Instagram, it's First Tribe, FRISTTRIBE_1.
Okay.
Or you can email me at firsttribecompany@gmail.com.
And Mirembe designs waist beads. No two strands are alike, from what I understand. So I encourage you wholeheartedly to go and visit this sister and support what she's doing to continue this tradition.